ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तमाविद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तः शान्तः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये।
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
189 प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्यस्य
तत्र तत्र प्रशंसनम् अर्थवादः
तत्र तत्र प्रशंसनम् अर्थवादः
यथा तत्रैव
यथा तत्रैव
उत तम् आदेशम् अप्राक्ष्यः
तम् आदेशम् अप्राक्ष्यः
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
येन अश्रुतं श्रुतं भवति
अमतं मतं
अमतं मथम्
अविज्ञातं विज्ञातम् इति
अविज्ञातं विज्ञातमिति
अद्वितीयवस्तुप्रशंसनम्
अद्वितीयवस्तुप्रशंसनम्
प्रतिपाद्य अर्थसाधने
प्रकरणप्रतिपाद्य अर्थसाधने
तत्र तत्र श्रूयमाना युक्तिः उपपत्तिः
तत्र तत्र श्रूयमाणा युक्तिः उपपत्तिः
यथा तत्र
यथा तत्र
यथा सौम्य
यथा सौम्य
एकेन मृत्पिण्डेन
एकेन मृत्पिण्डेन
सर्वं मृण्मयम् विज्ञातं
सर्वं
स्यात्
सर्वं मृण्मयं विज्ञातं स्यात्
वाचारम्भनं विकारो नामधेयम्
वाचारम्भणं विकारो नामधेयम्
मृत्तिका इत्येव सत्यम्
मृत्तिका इत्येव सत्यम्
इत्यादौ
इत्यादौ
अद्वितीयवस्तुसाधने
अद्वितीयवस्तुसाधने
विकारस्य
विकारस्य
वाचारम्भनमात्रत्वे
वाचारम्भणमात्रत्वे
युक्तिः श्रूयते।
युक्तिः श्रूयते।
श्रवणस्य श्रवणम् इत्युक्ते किं? श्रवणस्य परिभाषा। तत्र श्रवणं नाम षड्विधलिङ्गैः वेदान्तानाम् अशेषवेदान्तानां तात्पर्यसाधनम् इति पूर्वम् उक्तम्। उपक्रमोपसंहारो अभ्यासो पूर्वता फलमर्थवादोपत्तिश्च लिङ्गं तात्पर्यनिर्णये अत्र इति षड् विध लिङ्गानि अन्तिमलिङ्गं भवति उपपत्तिः। तदपि दृष्टं गतवर्गे। अद्य विदाय we'll read Subodhini. We have completed all the Shadlinga. The last class we saw Vacha Namanam, Karanamadayam. That is the quote. Every linga is supported by the Shruti quote. Pratyekam lingasya Shruti udaharanam. Shruti vakyam udahritya pramanayati acharyaha. So that we have seen last one. Vacharambana vikaro namadayam. It is just only a Vacharambana, name. Vacha, vak, speech, word and name. Word. Word and meaning. Nama, rupa. Doesn't have any substance. Pot doesn't have any substance. Substance is clay. Pot is nama rupa, word and meaning. Just it's a word having a meaning. Gata. Gata meaning that which can hold water, or that which has some space inside, which can be filled by anything, and not filled by air. It is nothing but a space enclosed by the clay. That is called a pot. That is a meaning, really. What is a pot? The pot is nothing but clay which encloses the space. Space enclosed by the walls of the clay. And when you have a particular shape, that is called, we give the name pot. Shape is given a name pot. Clay doesn't have a particular shape. It is a lump of clay, we say. So, Mrittika eva satyam gataha tu vacharambaram vikaro namadeyam iti nitya bhavati sarvam mridmayam bhavati mrittika mritjnanena sarvam mridmayam iti yata jnatam tadvat brahmajnanena sarvajnanam bhavati sarvam brahmatvat sarvasya brahmatvat iti upapattihi Shrutya Shuyamana Yuktihi Upapattihi. Now we will It's Subodhini. All the Shadvida Linga with the Drishtanta. This will be a summary. We don't have to do summary. Summary in the form of the tika. Upakramapasamharo abhyaso purvata phalam artavadopapattischa lingam tatparya nirnage. This shloka is good to memorize. It is given in the Naishkarmya Siddhi, I think. Or yet given. Quoted in the Sarva Darshana Sangraha. Not Naishkarmya Siddhi. This is previously also we saw. This is a the shloka occurs in Brigat Samhita. So this defines. This is a Shabana means which with the lingas are implied. Tatra upakrama upasamharo tavat darshayati tatra prakarana pratipadyasya iti yataras prakarana pratipadyasya iti tatra darshayati. Tad udahritya darshayati yathayati. Udaharanam dattva darshayati. The author has shown ekameva dvitiyam iti upakrama chandogya ekameva dvitiyam iti having started. Etadaatmyamidam sarvamiti प्रतिपादनम concluded with एतत् आत्म्यमिदं सर्वमिदं निवृत्तं सर्वम् आत्मा ब्रह्म इति प्रतिपादनम उपक्रम उपसंहारो इत्यर्थः. That is done. Then abhyasa next linga abhyasasya lakshanam आह पौनः पुण्येन इति पुनः पुनः. Abhyasa is पौनः पुण्येन again and again. Again and again what? पौनः पुण्येन किं करणीयं? पौनः पुण्येन Purnaf Punyena Pratipadanam. That we have to refer to the text 186th passage. Purnaf Punyena Pratipadanam presenting. Upakrama Upasamharo Pratipadanam Upakrame Pratipadanam Upasamhare Pratipadanam Upakrama Upasamharo Iti Pratama Lingam. Vidya Lingam Abhyasaha Tatra Pauna Punyena Pratipadanam. Presenting the teaching, presenting the subject matter, repeating the subject matter again and again. Abhyasaha Atra Shruti Mudaharati Yathayati. The famous example Tattvamasi Adava Tadeva Tvam Dharmatvam Vidhi Nedamiridam Upasate. That also we can consider. Then Tritiya Lingam Apurvatvasya Lakshanam Pramanantarena iti Apurva. Tatra Pramanantara Vishayikaranam Apurvata. With little Sanskritam knowledge, we can easily understand. Pramanantara Abhishayikaranam Apurvata cannot be objectified, cannot be made known by other Pramana, not the scope of other Pramana. Apurvata. So Pramanantaram Tam Atrapi Udaharati Acharya Udaharan Tattva Darshayati Tam Tva Upanishadam Purusham Prachami. Iti Ityadi Shruti Upanishad Pramana Matra Vedyatva Pratipadana Brahmanaha Purvatvam iti Ityartaha. Brahma cannot be revealed by any other Pramana. Brahmanaha Purvatvam asti. That is why Tam Tva Upanishadam Purusham Prachami. Otherwise, just Purusham Prachami. Upanishadam Purusham. Upanishadam, in fact, it is. Tam Tva Upanishadam Purusham. It is revealed by Upanishada for Upanishadam Purusham. Tatu Upanishad Matra Vedyatva. It can, that the status of being known only through the Upanishad, not by any other Pramana. Upanishad Matra Vedyatva Pratipadanat Brahmanaha Apurvatvam Asti Ityartaha. Atava Brahmanaha Swaprakashatvena. It is Swaprakasha Chaitanyam. स्वव्यावहारी स्व अतिरिक्त प्रमाण अपेक्षत्वात् अनपेक्षत्वात् ब्रह्मणः पूर्वत्वम् इत्यर्थः. Therefore, pramana anapekshatvat not doesn't have apeksha on the pramana other than itself. Swa vyavahari swa atirikta pramana apekshatvat. Therefore, Brahma has got the apurvatvam. It has non-dependency. Pramana anapekshatvam asti. Swa atirikta swa vyavahari swa atirikta other than itself. It is swaprakashatva. Swaprakashatva chaitanya. What can reveal that? It alone reveals everything. Therefore, Swa Vyavahari and Swa Atirikta, other than itself, what Pramana can reveal it? Therefore, doesn't depend on any other thing, Brahma. It is from Swayam Prakasha Chaitanya. In the presence of Chaitanya only, Brahma only, all Vyavahara take place. Therefore, it doesn't participate in any Vyavahara. Therefore, Swa Atirikta, Pramana Anapekshatva. No, in fact, no Pramana can reveal it. Shruti Pramana, no, Shruti also cannot reveal it. Shruti can only remove Ajnanam pertaining to Brahma, cannot reveal Brahma. Therefore, Apurvatam, Brahmanaha Purvatam Asti. Krama Praptasya Palasya Lakshanamaha, then Palam iti Tatra, Atra Anurupam Udaranamaha, in keeping with that, Acharya gives a Udaranam. But Acharyavan Purushaha, Veda iti Palam, the result. Acharyavan Purushaha Veda Tasya Tavadev Chiram Yavatana Vimokshe Ata Sampatsya we saw. Same Kandogya. The person has to wait only till he is free from this Sharira. Then he becomes, then there is no more Purarjanma, as though he becomes one with Brahma. He's already one with Brahma alone. So, Ata Sampatsya Vimokshe. Till he is not released from the Shariram, as long as he lives, the prarabdha is there, therefore he has to undergo the effects of prarabdha karma. Once Sharira falls, Brahmavita, Brahmaiva Bhavati iti. That is a palam. That palam is for whom? Yaha acharyaha, yasya acharyaha asti. Taha, tasyeva palam. It means acharyavan purushaha veda. Because acharya is that, therefore knowledge happens. Without acharya not possible. Because pramanam is involved. Pramana operated by Sampradaya Acharya. Therefore, Acharyavan Purusha Veda iti Shruti. That the Vakya starts. That is a palam. Moksha is a palam. Shavanadi sadhananam brahmatmaikatva vijnanam prayojanam brahmanaha jnanasya tu tat praptihi palam tu palam brahmavit brahmaiva bhavati tarati shokam atmavit ityadi shrutibhihi ityartaha. That already is a brahmavit brahmaiva bhavati tarati shokam atmavit chandokyam tarati shokam. All this. And brahmavit brahmaiva bhavati, which is there, we saw Daka also. That is the palam. Tarati shokam. Shokam, samsara, nothing but shoka. Therefore, shokam, dukkhamayam samsaram atmavit tarati. Otherwise, there is no taranam possible. Atma vidyaya, brahma vidya eva, shoka taranam, samsara taranam. That's why it's called tarana vidya. The knowledge of crossing. How to cross over. Over what? Over the samsara. Tarana vidya. Brahma vidya, otherwise tarana vidya, the knowledge. Knowledge of swimming. It is a different kind of swimming. So here, The swimsuit is only knowledge. That's for Tarati. So 5 lingas. Four lingas. Panchama lingas here. Panchama linga is Prashamsanam. Panchama lingas here. Arthavadasya Lakshanamaha Prashamsanam. Praising. So that sadhakas are motivated to pursue. That is the Prashamsana. Punaha Prashamsanam. Prakana Pratipadya Advitiya Brahma Swarupa Swarupaha Tavat Swarupa Tavaka Vakyartam sorry Brahma Swarupa Prakarana Pratipadya Advitiya Brahma Swarupaha Tavaka Vakyartavadaha Ityartha. Maybe typing mistake what I don't know. Vakyam Artavadaha. Prakarana Pratipadyasya Advitiya Brahma Swarupaha. It is presented by the Prakarana Pratipadyasya Swarupaha Tavaka Vakyartam Aha. Vakyam Artavadaha Aha. So Artavada, phraseology, Thavaka Vakyam Artavada. That is at places, some places it is given. Prashamsanam is done. That is called Artavada. Atrapi, here also, Prutimaha Uttatam Adesham. Uttatam Adesham is a Vakya from the Chandogya, the Uddalaka. Ask Shvetaketu, did you ask for the knowledge from your teacher? Uttatam Adesham Aprakshaha. Yena Ashutam Shutam Bhavati, Vigyatam Bhavati, by which unheard becomes heard, unknown becomes known. So that is Uttatam Adesham, Aprakshaha, the Vakya of the Chandogya. Yena Ashutam Shutam Bhavati iti. Yena Sakala Prapancha Adhisthana Brahma Swarupa Shavanena. Brahma, which is the Adhisthana of the entire Prapancha, and Swarupa of that Brahma, Shavanena, by hearing, that by Shravanena, Jnanena, because Shravanam produces hearing, listening produces knowledge. Therefore, Tena, Ashravanena, Ashrutam, Prapanchadatam, Shrutam Bhavati. That which is not heard of is heard. Yena, Brahma Jnanena, Ajnatam Sarvam, Jagat Jnatam Bhavati. That which is not known is known. येन ब्रह्म साक्षात्कारेण साक्षात्कृतं भवति ब्रह्मणः सर्वतः संप्लुतोदक स्थानीयत्वात् इत्यर्थः. येन ब्रह्म साक्षात्कारेण ब्रह्म अनुभूत्या ब्रह्म साक्षात्कारं भवति तेन ब्रह्मणः एवरीथिंग इज ब्रह्म. therefore the brahma is सर्व संप्लुतोदक स्थानीयत्वात्. यावानर्थ उदपाने, in the Gita, the second chapter, we have seen this shloka. Yavanartha udapane. Tavan eva arthaha bhavati. Sarvata samplutodake. Tavan sarveshu vedeshu brahmanasya vijanataha. When everything is Brahma, the Vedas are of only as much use as the small wells. Serves a purpose. When there is flood everywhere, what purpose that the well serves? Similarly, for the one who knows Atma, what use, how much the Veda could be useful for such a person. Sampluda, that is Sampuludaka Staniya. Staniyatvat. Sampluta Udaka. Sampluta Udaka. When there is flood everywhere. When everything is Brahma. That is the comparison here. So Brahma is compared to Staniyatvat. Is compared to Sarvata Samplutodaka. When there is water everywhere, flood everywhere. So here, the Brahma, which is all pervasive, knowledge of which happens in Brahma Sakshat Kirena, Sakshat Kritam Bhavati, Brahma Sakshat Karam Bhavati. By knowing Brahma, by seeing Brahma, everything is Brahma, you understand. You understand everything as Brahma, Ishvara. That is the meaning. That is the Samplutodaka, Sampluta Udaka, Sthaniyatvat. It has the status of being comparable to the water everywhere. Not really, the water is, it's a comparison. When there is flood everywhere, there is water. Similarly, when everything is Brahma. So therefore, Brahma Sakshatkara Bhavati, then everything is Brahma, then Brahma Sakshatkarena, Ajnatam Ajnatam Bhavati, Avijnatam, Ajnatam Ajnatam Bhavati, Avijnatam Vijnatam Bhavati, Amatam Matam Bhavati, Ashutam Shutam Bhavati. There is nothing else to be heard because Brahma is everything. You have heard Brahma, everything is heard. Just an expression, everything is nothing else to heard. Everything is spoken. Everything is heard. Everything is done. Tasya karina vidyate. Because he is krita krityaha. That is the same idea. With regard to karma, he doesn't have anything to do. With regard to listening, he doesn't have to listen anything. With regard to knowing, doesn't have anything to know. Brahma is known because sampruta samprutodakas yatva. Brahma jnanena sarvam kritam. Everything is done. Nothing else to be done. Anything, whether it is Jnanendriya Karmani or Karmendriya Karmani, has no purpose for the Jnani. It doesn't serve any new purpose. They just function, just Prarabdhakshayartameva. Till knowledge has not happened, then only this Jnanendriya Karmendriya serves some purpose. Brings in some sensory perception, data, and then some knowledge, some interaction. But for the Jnani, for the Sthita Prajna, what is there? What purpose the Loka Padartha or the Indriyani serves? That's a Brahma Sakshatkarena. Sakshat Kritam Bhavati. Yena Sakshatkarena. Brahma Sakshatkarena. Sakshat Kritam Bhavati. Tena Avijnatam Vijnatam Bhavati. Ashutam Shutam Bhavati. Ityata. Why he said? Because Brahmanaha Sarvataha Samplutodaka Sthaniyatvat. Brahmanaha Sarplutodaka Sthaniyatvam Asti. Ataha. Therefore, Avasishtayaha. Then what is the last one left? Avasishta Lingam. Upapattehe. Avasishtayaha. Upapattehe. Sashti Avasishtayaha. Lakshanamaha. That is Avasishta Lingam. That is last Linga. Last Linga is Yukti. Upapattihi. Upapattehe. Lakshanamaha. Yuktihi iti. Tamudaharati. Kaha. The author, Grantakaraha, Yata iti. Yata Mritvikareshu, Gatadishu, Gata, etc. They are Mritvikara. They are Mritvikara, modification of the Mrit alone, Mrit Karyam, eva Gatadayaha. Therefore, Mritvikareshu, Gatadishu, Vikara Namadeyoho, Vikara Namadeya, modification, and therefore appropriate name what we give to that modification. The Rupa, shape. Vacharambana Matratvena. It has got the status of being an initiator of speech. Before that, there is no lump of clay, we say. Once it's given a form, we say pot, we say lid, a jar, whatever it is. Acharambana, Tambana Matrat, Acharambana Matratvena. यथा मृत एव अवशिष्यते, because this doesn't add anything the name, therefore what is there is only mृत, न अन्यत् तथा, न न अन्यत् तथा। चित् विवर्तस्य प्रपंचस्य विवर्ता, चित् विवर्तस्य प्रपंचस्य, that is the prapancha is vivarta, apparent appearance of the chit, chaitanyam, brahma chaitanyam, apparent appearance without undergoing any modification appears. Yatha gata appears, gata is vivarta, birth appears as gata. Similarly, chit appears as prapancha. Yatha mrit, yatha mrit घटवत्, यथा मृत, यथा मृत विवर्तस्य घटस्य तथा चित् विवर्तस्य प्रपंचस्य. You understand? As in the upamana, upamana is mrit and gata, upameya is chit and jagat. यथा मृत विवर्तस्य घटस्य तथा चित् विवर्तस्य प्रपंचस्य. You can say, you can understand simple. प्रपंचस्य गिरि नदी समुद्रात्मक विकार नामधेययोः, prapancha consisting of mountains, rivers, oceans, ityadi. Not only this, ityadi. All these are just a modification given a name to chit alone. Namadeyoho vacharambana matratvat. It has a status. This is of giving a small example, and through that small example is easy to understand. Now, through the example, what is conveyed is, as in the Drishtanta, so in the Dashtanta, the whole prapancha consisting of the mountains, rivers, etc., everything is Brahma. How logical? It is logical. As you can understand the illustration, so you can understand the illustrated. Yatha tata, that is yatha tata. So everything is Brahma. Then naturally there is when understanding happens, everything is Brahma. Yatha tata iti. So you have to see that Nadi is Brahma, Giri is Brahma, Samudra is Brahma. As you don't have a problem in seeing the pot as Mrita, a lid as Mrita, a jar as Mrita, you are very intelligent and smart to see them as Mrita. Similarly, you have the insight, the knowledge to see the Giri as Brahma, Nadi as Brahma, Samudra as Brahma. Everything is Brahma. Nakshatra is Brahma, Surya is Brahma. न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम हेमा विद्युतो भांति कुतोयम अग्निः. Everything is Brahma. Therefore, vikaro namadeyoho. Sun is nothing but Brahma vikara namadeyoho. It is just a modification. Vivarta. Chit vivartasya suryasya. Everything is chit vivarta only. Chit vivartasya girehe. Chit vivartasya nadyaha. Chit vivartasya samudrasya. Chit vivartasya vrikshasya. Chit vivartasya sharirasya. Everything is chit vivarta only. Therefore, Namadeya only. Vivarta, therefore Namadeya. Namadeya. Yoho vacharambana matratvat. Chinmatram eva. Chideva. Chidmatram. Mayura vimsakadi. Chideva chinmatram. Chinmatram and eva also is chinmatram eva. Chaitanyam alone. Eva avashishyate. Yatha. Another beautiful example. Rajju vivartasya sarpasya. Rajju, without undergoing any modification, it has become sarpa. Bharat vivartasya gatasya. Rajju vivartasya sarpasya. So Rajju Matra, Rajju Matra, Matro Asheshavat Ityataha. Shavanadi Rupanantaram, after Shavanadi, Shravanadi Nirupena Antram. After Shavana Nirupanantram, having present Nirupana, then the definition of Shravana through Shadvidalinga, Shavana Nirupanam, Tatparya Nirdhanam, then. So therefore now the essence of the Shastra, substance, what is that Shastra wants to say? That is, Nirupanam is done. Tatparya Nirdhanam, that is the definition. Therefore the Tikakara uses Nirupanam. Shavanena Nirupanantaram. Shavanena Nirupanam Kritam. Anantaram, after the Paschat. That Uttarasya, that is another step, another sadhana. Uttara Anga. What is that? Uttarangasya Mananasya Lakshanamaha Mananam tu iti. From that we have to see. Let us see now. Mananam. So Shravanam is done. Now Mananam. Mananam tu
Mananam to
Shrutasya
Rutasya
Advitiya Vastunaha
Advitiyavastunah
अद्वितीयवस्तुनः
Vedanta Anuguna Yuktibihi
Vedanta
वेदान्त
Anuguna
अनुगुणयुक्तिभिः
Yuktibihi
Anavaratham
Anavaratam
अनवरतम्
Anuchintanam.
Anuchintanam.
अनुचिन्तनम्.
Such a beautiful definition, it cannot be improved upon. So the definition uses the words which are most appropriate. That's why definition cannot be improved further. Anuchintanam is mananam. Anu, paschat, in keeping with anu. Not, if anu is not that, then chintanam becomes alone is a problem. Chintanam is thinking. Chintanam means also worry also. This is also chinta, worry. Anu chintanam, it means something is said that is in keeping with, that is just to follow. Your chinta has to follow, chintanam has to follow. Follow what you have heard. So what you have heard, the chintanam should follow that. Anuchintanam. The word is anuchintanam important. And now, so chintanam is thinking, okay, because mananam follows, therefore shravanam anuchintanam it is. In shravanam, the teaching is heard and it is avadhanam. Therefore, tatparya avadhanam is done anuchintanam. And how long, how frequently, not no gap, anavaratam, constantly, sada ityartha anavaratam. It is no other job, anavaratam. And other says, kasya mananam shrutasya. What is shrutam? Advitiya vastunaha. Advitiya vastunaha anavaratam chintanam mananam. That is the definition. Shrutasya advitiya vastunaha anavaratam anuchintanam mananam. And Vedanta Anugura Yukti Bihi. That also is added. In keeping with the Yukti, Vedanta Anuguram. Kasya Anuguram, Vedanta Anuguram. In keeping with the Yukti, the arguments, Tarka, which are acceptable, agreeable to the Vedanta. Simple definition, but it is very clear. Clear definition. That Mananam. Mananam generally we translate reflection. In English, translated reflection. What reflection? Reflection means anuchintana. Reflection means reflected is there in keeping with anuchintanam. So anavaratam, always. Chintanam, anuchintanam. Chintanam is reflection in keeping with something, therefore anu. So it means that thinking which is in keeping with the teaching. Shravanam anu chintanam. Because mananam is anuchintanam, anu means paschat. Therefore mananam follows. Therefore, must be some. It must follow something. That is why Shravanam is first, Mananam is second. In the order, Mananam comes later because it is Anuchintanam. In Shravanam also, Chintanam is there. How you say Chintanam is there? Because there we do Upapatti and all reasoning. Reasoning involves Chintanam. So, therefore, it is not, you don't do any Chintanam in Mananam. Mananam also, Chintanam is there. That is, that Chintanam is to ascertain the Tatparya of the Shastra. In spite of that Chintanam, doubts will be there. In Mananam itself, doubts will be there. Then and there it is clarified with the Acharya. That is all part of the Mananam. That is all part of the Shravanam, Shamita. That is all part of the Shravanam. In Shravanam itself, there are Yukti and there are maybe doubts. Doubts may be there to clarify the doubts. Therefore, a logical, the Upapatti, that is logical. Logically, it is present with some illustrations, etc. Why illustrations are given? Because for easy understanding, if doubts are there, it can be clarified with some illustrations. So in Shravanam itself, doubts will be there, and doubts are cleared. That is for the sake of Tatparya Nirdhana. But here it is different. Here Anuchintanam, Mananam, it is after Shravanam. Therefore, in Shravanam, with the help of Yukti, etc., because Upapatti is one of the things we do. And here also what we do, Vedanta, Anuguna, Yukti. Here also Yukti, there also Yukti, here also Yukti. So therefore it is, the Yukti is there all the ways. In Shravanam, the Yukti, the Upapatti is there to ascertain the Tatparya. Here Yukti is there to understand it, the teaching without any doubt. First is to accept, otherwise to understand. In the initial stage, there will be resistance to accept. In fact, there will be resistance to gain anything new new knowledge. Doesn't happen immediately. Because something new, therefore it takes time. It takes time, it takes some effort. It requires some certain orientation, some samskaras have to create. Then slowly the mind gets tuned to the teaching. So therefore, there yukti, etc. After that year also, after that it is not, after Shravanam is done, then it is not that once Tatparya Avadhanam we say, so once Tatparya is ascertained, it is over. Still doubts may be there. It has to be handled, it has to be taken care. That is why the next step is, next Anga is Mananam. If the person is an Adhikari, Shravanam alone will do the job. In fact, that is what Swamiji says, emphasizes that. Mananam and Nididhyasanam, they are the Anga, but Angi is Shravanam alone. Shravanena Jnanam Bhavati. Shravanam alone produces knowledge or Ajnana Nivritti. Shravanam of the words of the Shastra as presented by the teacher who comes under the Sampradaya removes the Ajnanam, that is Avaranam of the Jiva. Our Nivritti is Brahma Prakasha. So, Brahma Chaitanya, Brahma Prakasha is always there. It is Swaprakasha Chaitanya. So it is not something new to be discovered. It is not known because there is a cover. This cover, removing the cover, that alone the Shastram as a Pramanam does. So if the person is an Adhikari, then Shavana Matrena Jnanam, therefore Shavana Matrena Ajnana Vritti, therefore Jnanam, therefore Mukti. But problem is Adhikari is not as expected. No, there is no ideal Adhikari. Given the background, different backgrounds, therefore Shravanam followed by. So therefore Shravanam is the primary sadhanam, followed by Manan Vididhyasanam. In fact, we say it is primary sadhanam Shravana, but there are different views. We have seen that before. Devana Sampradaya, Bhamati Sampradaya. In Bhamati Sampradaya, Shravanam is not the Angi. Nididhyasanam is the Angi. Means Nididhyasanam is the important sadhanam for which Shravanam and Maranam are the Anga, their part. This Anga Angi Bhava. Angaha Angani Yasya Ast. Angani Arangam Yasya Astiti Angin. So Angi Anga. That which has parts, which has limbs, is called Angi. So it means that is the main thing. Like the Ashtanga Yoga, starting from Asana, Yama Niyama Asana, there are the Anga of the Ashtanga Yoga. So the yoga as such, that is Angi. Angi Anga Bhavaha. So in Vivarana Sampradaya, there is our Sampradaya, Shravanam is the Angi, which is given more emphasis, more importance, because that alone removes Avaranam and therefore knowledge. Not Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Mananam do not produce any new knowledge. It is Anuchintanam. Mananam, not, in fact, Shravanam also doesn't produce new knowledge. Mananam doesn't, in Mananam, in Mananam or Nididhyasanam, it's only to remove the pratibandha. It has a job of only remove the pratibandha. The obstacles which are there, that is removed. The primary obstacle is Avaranam. The Mukhya pratibandha is Avaranam. The samsara is because of Avaranam. Covering, not knowing that Aham Brahma. That is Ajnanam. Ajnanam is the primary pratibandha. That alone is to be removed. That is done by Shravanam. And after that also some pratibandhas are there. That is why there is no experience, or there is no the anubhuti, that the lack of appreciation of the Brahma, the Aham Brahma iti. That is because of other pratibandhas. To handle those pratibandhas only, Mananam and Nididhyasanam. So therefore only we say this Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam iti. But Shravanam is the important sadhanam. Shravana matrena jnanam jnanat eva kaivalyam. That should be very clear. This is according to Vivarana Sampradaya, our Sampradaya, Varana Sampradaya. In Bhamati it is different. But both are Advaita Sampradaya only. But there is slight difference. The Nididhyasanam is meant for converting the Jnanam Brahma Asti to Brahma Aham Asmi iti. Clear? That Jnana Palam. So, therefore Nididhyasanam. Therefore Samadhi. Therefore in Samadhi you understand. Samadhi. In Samadhi, the sadhana culminates in Samadhi. Whereas for us, it culminates in Shravanam only. After that, it is a removal of those obstacles, like Mananam for Prameya Asambhavana and Nidhyasanam for Viparita Bhavana. So, because of the previous orientation, the vasanas, the samskaras, so in spite of having read so many times, I've heard Aham Brahma Asmi iti, but Aham Jivaha Asmi iti, that notion doesn't go away so easily. Like the asafoetida kept in a box, the smell of that doesn't go. It takes a long time for the smell to go. Similarly, this Jiva Vasana doesn't go so easily. That is why Nididhyasanam. That is why Mananam Ityadi Sadhanani. Therefore, primary is Shravanam. Therefore, Anuchintanam, in keeping with. That is the significance of the word Anu. That's why I said this. This is a complete definition which cannot be improved upon. Beautiful definition. And constantly, Anvaratam, it is constant. Constant means then we will not have time for anything, any other activity, Vyavahara. It's not like that. Even the constant reflection could be in the form of Shravanam. That is, even though we have listened to Upanishads, say Mundaka for example, we should listen. It is not to gain something new from this listening, it is nothing but mananam. Second time Shravanam becomes mananam because listening to the Shastra, listening to the any Grantha, not only Upanishad, Prakana Grantha, anything, for the second time, it helps you to be in touch with the Shastra. It's constant reflection. That is what Anavaratam is. So whatever the doubts maybe there hanging over, that also will be taken care by the second round of study. Not only second, third round of study, fourth round of study. Every time you that, every time the doubts are cleared without being asked. Doubts may be there, but not being asked. Without being asked, the doubts are cleared. See this doubts, we think it is clarified only when asked by the student to the teacher answers, clarifies. But it actually the students really who clarifies a doubt. How much ever the teacher says, the students has to get clarified, has to get convinced, has to get clarified the doubt. In fact, knowledge also happens in that way. The teacher just presents, but knowledge happens purely by the effort of the student. Similarly, also, the doubts also are cleared purely by the student himself. So therefore, second time Shravanam, second time study or third time study or n number of studies, that is also becomes in one way Mananam only. That's what we called it is, in fact, later we say Nididhyasanam it is. Mananam as well Nididhyasanam we can call. Punaha Shravanam becomes Shravana Abhyasa Nididhyasanam it is. It is a sort of meditation, contemplation. You are constantly thinking or entertaining the thoughts of Brahma through the study of Shastra. Therefore, it is Nididhyasanam. So, therefore, Punaha Shravanam, that could eliminate the doubts. Still the doubts which are not clarified, which are not asked, but still it is there in the mind, can be clarified by Mananam. Second round of study can remove, and continuous study, repeated study, that can become Nididhyasanam. Shravana Abhyasa Nididhyasanam. In fact, the author is going to present what Nididhyasanam is later. And we have seen in Kathopanishad in two ways, two types of Nididhyasanam. Brahma Abhyasa Nididhyasanam. Not in part of the mantra, but some context we have seen. Brahma Abhyasa Nididhyasanam and Samadhi Abhyasa Nididhyasanam. Shravanam also becomes Nididhyasanam. First time Shravanam is for knowledge. Second time Shravanam, it is not for knowledge. Second time Shravanam, maybe for Mananam or Nididhyasanam, or again and again when you listen to this Shastra, the same set of Upanishads or Prakana Grantha or whatever it is, or something new also, any new Grantha also, Prakana Grantha, that also deals with Brahma alone. What else? The same Prakriya or the combination of the Prakriyas, the same thing is presented through different words. That becomes Nididhyasana, Abhyasa. It is Shravana Abhyasa. Shravanam Abhyasa. Abhyasa is repeated Shravana. That Abhyasa is not practice. Shravana Abhyasa is repeated listening so that the mind, so that the person is is reoriented with, because what you heard again and again, your mind gets tuned with that and start thinking in that way. Therefore, the old samskaras or old thinking patterns are removed. Without your knowledge, slowly it is replaced by the thoughts of the Vedanta, the Upanishad. So, therefore, those thoughts becomes lively in your mind, and therefore your life also accordingly will become very alert when it comes to the Vyahara. When you face Sukha or Dukkha, then you bring in the teaching. Sukha Dukkhe Samay Krutva, Lava Labo Jaya Jayo. Therefore, neither you will be elated nor you will be depressed. because you have studied, it is very live in the mind, in the form of the thought. So therefore, sukha sukha dukkhe samay krutva, dukkeshu anudvignavaraha, sukeshu vigataspurgaha. So you start thinking about, analyzing about the reality of sukha or reality of dukkha. It is therefore being Brahma, it cannot touch you. Therefore, it will not touch. You just see objectively. The objective outlook comes Shavanabhyasa. It is, and this Shavanabhyasa Nididhyasanam, we will be seeing later, it doesn't require any place or any time, anything, anytime, anything, any activity you can do Shravanam. Because it is not first time Shravanam. Only when we do first time Shravanam, then that time only we ask to drop all the activities, just complete surrender, listening to the words of the teacher. Again, Shravanam, then one can do any activity and parallel listen also. So that is that time it's not a problem because it is listened for the second time or the third time, not like the first time. The first time it is Tatparya Vadaranam. Second time, third time, fourth time when you listen, it's not for Tatparya. It is for removing the doubt. It's for orienting the mind with teaching again and again. Therefore, whether you walk or whether you do exercise or whatever you do, keeping the headphone over the ear, any job you do, you can listen. You are filling the mind with the thoughts of Vedanta. That is Shravana Abhyasa, Nididhyasana. The same, stretching that the same way, the teaching also becomes Nididhyasana for the teacher. The Shravanam is for the student and Nididhyasana for the teacher. That is why the teacher also teaches because it is it is meditation. Nididhyasana is Dhyanam. Nothing but Dhyanam. But Dhyanam here doesn't require any sitting in a particular posture or asana. There are no restrictions and there are no rules to be followed when it comes to Shravana Abhyasa, Nididhyasana. So that is Nididhyasanam, and that Nididhyasanam comes later. And Nididhyasanam is nothing but a Dhyanam. And Dhyanam that is dealt in the sixth chapter of the Gita. Dhyanam can mean Vipassana, Dhyanam can mean Nididhyasanam, there's the Vedantic Dhyana meditation. That doesn't require any any posture or uh, any rules. It can be Vedanta can be heard anytime, any place, any job view, or it's not an issue at all. When you listen for second or third time, but not for the first time. That is why first time it is studied in the Gurukulam in a cloistered atmosphere, free from obstacles. So the person is completely available. So because that Tatparya Avadharanam, because first time exposure, that is Shravan. Now here Mananam, when it comes to Mananam now, Anuchintanam. So this Anuchintanam, Mananam, it is for removing the doubts. Therefore, it's important. Doubts are there. Without the doubts are there, doubts are pratibandha. Pratibandhaka jnanam is as good as ajnanam. Doubtful knowledge is ignorance alone. So the knowledge should be free of any doubts. Then only it is jnanam. Otherwise, it is a jnanam only. It cannot become jnanam. So mananam, therefore, plays an important sadhana following Shravanam. So that is the author here. He says, Shrutasya Advitiya Vastunaha Vedanta Anuguna Yukti Bihi. That is important. Keeping with the Yukti. Yukti agreeable to Vedanta. The Yukti should be in keeping with the vision unfolded by Vedanta. The Yukti, the arguments, whatever we give, Tarka, the reasoning, should be conducive to understanding the teaching of Vedanta. Because understanding is important. Understanding the teaching is important. Not in challenging. So therefore, Vedanta, therefore Shraddha is involved. Employ reasoning that is in keeping with the teaching of the Vedanta. That is Shruti Mata Tarko Sandhiyatam, we say. Vakyarthascha Vicharyatam, Shruti Pakshaha Samashayatam, beside Vedadana Panchakam. Dustarka Suviramyatam, withdraw from Dustarka. Shruti Mata Tarko Sandhiyatam. So therefore, Shruti Mata Tarka, when we say, it is not to keep the mind, it's away from thinking. In fact, it is thinking is involved. The thinking should be in keeping with the Shastra. Because what the Shastra reveals cannot be revealed by another Pramanam. Therefore, it has to be understood in keeping with the Shastra. It doesn't mean Shastra is logical. Since our mind is logical, therefore we give logical reasoning so that there is no resistance on the part of our mind. What Shastra says cannot be proved logically. It's neither logical nor illogical. It should not be logical also, neither illogical. It is illogic, above logic. But logic is required in the beginning to understand, to accept, for acceptance. Otherwise, there will be resistance. Teaching cannot penetrate into our mind. Therefore, reasoning, logic, because our mind is analytical and logical. Therefore, it has to be given logical answer so that there is no resistance. The teaching can enter. That the door to, the door of resistance is removed. Therefore, teaching can enter the mind freely. Therefore, the reasoning is employed to understand what the Shastram says. That is Shruti Mata Tarka. Instead of questioning what the Shastram says, employing the reasoning, understanding what the scriptures say. Questioning, then there is resistance, there is rejection. That rejecting the Shastra is rejecting moksha. Moksha is Shastra wants to give you moksha, but you deny moksha because you reject. One moksha, therefore, giving the benefit of doubt to the Shastra, at the same time not compromising with your logical thinking or reasoning. Therefore, apply the thinking, keeping with the Shastram. Therefore, application of reasoning. The Shuddhi, the reasoning is employed to understand the Shastra. That's why Vedanta Anuguna Yukti Vihi. Vedanta Anuguna Yukti Vihi. Like rope snake. It is logical. Rope snake, Raju Sarpa. You take that which is a rope to be a Sarpa. On realization, it knows, it is a rope. Similarly, Gata, Mrita. Mrita Jnana and Gata Jnanam. Not only Gata Jnanam, any Jnanam. Similarly, the mind is able to appreciate when there is illustration. So therefore, there is clarity. And that is with illustration and presenting the teaching logically, that understanding, the degree of understanding improves and doubts are cleared. So the clarity of thought, and therefore the understanding, improvement of understanding through mananam. That is why it is after Shravanam, then mananam. So the vision of the Upanishad, Upanishad being same, your vision gets improved. You get more and more clarity because there is removal of obstacles. That is the result of mananam. That is what the author says here. More on this we'll discuss in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Dhanyavadah.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಅರುಣ್ ಜಿ.